I'm Todd Lewis from Fiasco Sports, reporting for the SA Footballer magazine. Today I'm joined by Josh Stevens from the Kenilworth Football Club in Division 4, and he's going to do our weekly roundup. So Josh, we'll just go through the results from the weekend. North Haven got over Kenilworth Gardens by 4 goals. Paraka unfortunately went down to Eastern Park by 78 points. Edwardstown had a close victory over Salisbury by 7 points. Hope Valley had the bye. Westminster Old Scholars unfortunately got over Kenilworth by 12 points. Obviously, pretty disappointing result, losing by such a close margin.
Yeah, it was. Being up with about 3 minutes to go at the end and then getting pipped right at the end really hurt, especially after the season we've had, but that's footy sometimes. So.
Yeah, what do you think the keys were in that last quarter that let you down?
I think it probably let us down a little bit at the end. Maybe went away from some of our structures. We couldn't get our hand on the ball in contested, so that probably is what hurt us there at the end.
Westminster are obviously one of the better sides in the comp, so you can't be too disheartened by taking it up to them, but it's obvious you obviously would have been hoping to get the result being so close and in the game.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we take a bit of, I guess, optimism out of what we did and what we achieved yesterday, especially coming up against Westminster. They were second on the ladder at their home deck as well, so to push them like we did is good. We can take into next week. It is still disappointing though to lose that close one there.
Who were some of your better performers on the day?
Well, yeah, a couple of guys played really well. Had a couple of guys come up from the Bs that did a good job. Young Richie Mabley played well in the back pocket there. We had Nick Chesser through the middle. I thought was pretty good. It was probably just under on his lofty standards. Blake Moser had a good game, fought hard all day. Andy Liberton played well through the ruckers, through the middle as well. And yeah, big Pete Diamondopoulos as well.
Okay, we'll just go through the fixtures for next week's games. If I can just get a tip on each game.
Yep.
We've got Eastern Park taking on Westminster Old Scholars. You obviously got to see Westminster yesterday.
Yeah, being out at Eastern Park, I'd definitely have Eastern Park in that one. They're too good out there, I think.
Okay, Edwardstown take on Paraka.
It should be a pretty good game again. Being at home, I'd tip Edwardstown in that.
Kenilworth Gardens take on Salisbury at Mortlock Park.
Having not played against Colonel Light since the first half of the round, and obviously playing against Salisbury a couple of weeks ago, just got to see them firsthand, and they're pretty good outfits. I'd be picking Salisbury in that one.
And you head home to St Mary's Park to take on Hope Valley. Kenilworth versus Hope Valley. You'll obviously be hoping to get the win again. Well, get a win, bounce back.
Yeah, definitely. I'd like to think that we can take a bit of confidence out of what we just did this weekend. Obviously we fell short, but going back to our home ground, hopefully we can have the advantage there, and we play well there, especially against Hope Valley. So,
what do you think the things are that you need to work on to make sure you do get the result this weekend?
Probably just making sure that we do get that contested ball out, spread and use our runners, and then when we have the opportunities, make sure that we do hit our targets up forward.
What are some of your expectations, obviously coming towards the back half of the year? What do you hope to get out of the season?
For the rest of the season, I think we just really want to try and put together a game where we play our brand of footy for 4 quarters. We've been a bit inconsistent with that all year, play one good quarter then fall away. So if we can put through over the next few rounds leading into the end of the season, games where we can put 4 quarters together, we'd be pretty happy with that.
Okay, thank you Josh. I'm Todd Lewis from Fiasco Sports, reporting for the SA Footballer magazine. Today I've been joined by Josh Stevens from the Kenilworth Football Club in Division 4, and he's done our weekly roundup.